welcome to your home away from the new home. We trust that you're keeping well. The results, I'm sure you were looking to a win by the way you played. Members of the media will get a chance to pose questions to you. Please give us a summary of what happened during the course of the game.
Yeah, thanks, Bravi. Thanks, Bravi, and to the members of the media. Yeah, look, I think we started very shaky. First 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we couldn't, keep the ball. We were giving the ball away cheaply, and as a result, we gave them too much respect, to be quite honest. And when you play against wounded Kaizer Chiefs that is looking for maximum points, you are bound, to crack or to be punished. But I think for at that moment, it kept us in the game. It was mistakes, from our players, trying to build up from the back anyway, because that's what we want to do anyway. And as much as we know that football is a game of mistakes, but I think there were players in better positions for us to come out of tight situations, but we opted for other options that ended up putting us under pressure and losing the ball cheaply and nearly conceding at the same time. And then we conceded. I think after conceding, we look like now we want to stay on the ball a little bit longer, and whenever we started doing that, then we started, using the spaces that they also, created when they were trying to put us under pressure, because you could see it was clear in terms of their pressing traps. They always wanted us to play the ball in the middle because they were pressing with their wingers. Forcing us, to play inside because they have numbers, and we planned for that because we saw that coming. And the only thing that we needed to do from our central defenders was to play the ball out wide early. And as soon as we started doing that, we eliminated about 3, 4, 5 players with one pass, and you could see now they were on their back foot as well. And we looked like, getting an equalizer. And from a break attack, we got an equalizer. Then we looked like getting the second one, but they kept on coming. And the best thing you could do when you play against Kaizer Chiefs, especially at home, is to frustrate them, because you don't want them to gain the momentum. But I must say, Kaizer Chiefs is doing very well. Their passing patterns, I think Coach Nabi is cooking something great for the team. They made our life difficult, but I must commend the players. In that moment, they kept, fighting, making sure that we don't concede the second goal. And then we went into half time with that 1-1. Then I think it gave us, enough time now to look at the structures, to knowing very well that there's going to be changes and how we should now prepare our players, for those changes, and also exploit or take advantage of that, because any system's got its own disadvantages. So I think we did tremendously well first 20 minutes, and then of the second half we even got the second goal, but they were still putting us under pressure. But we had a lot of space, to exploit and punish them. But I think the selection of passes were not right. We gave the ball at some point, we cheaply to them. And whenever we applied basics and we played to head them, we started, playing like a team. Now we're building from the back, because you could see the minute we started doing that, they started retreating as well, because they could feel whenever they were trying to, win the ball in our half, we came out of tight situations. So we progressed the ball well from the goalkeeper, from our build-up, and also to, creative phase. And the final third, I think we could have done much better, in being aggressive in attacking all, especially the balls that we played in the danger, zone. And we made a lot of dissecting runs that were dangerous. They couldn't cope with that. But again, it was never going to be easy because Kaizer Chiefs, I think they wanted to win the game at all costs. They were just unfortunate, and I think second half was equally balanced, to be quite honest, as compared to first half. I think they stand a good chance. They created a lot of chances second half. I mean first half, clear-cut chances, and as I said, Ofori kept us in the game, and in the end, he made 2 mistakes that were also costly for us. But that's football, and when the pressure is mounting as well, you are bound to crack.
There you go. Members of the media, so 10 question, starting with the name and the name of your publication. There we go. Let's get the mic rolling. Time for 10 minutes, so let's try to get everybody's question first.
Coach, Sita from Lesotho. Coach, we are seeing a number of youngsters and Chiefs that you work with, the likes of Shabalala, Vilarazi doing well. How do you feel about that, seeing them progressing like this?
No, I think I should, thank Kaizer Chiefs, for the progress of these youngsters. And you can see that's the reason the team has the development structures. And even though some people did not believe in what the team was trying to do for all these years, and it's only a matter of time where you see these players, blossoming and doing very well. And actually, from the beginning of this campaign, I think they've carried the team, under the circumstances. Why? Because it's always difficult for any player that will come into this setup and excel immediately. Why? Because of the pressure. We've always been saying that, and probably now you'll understand why these boys are carrying the team. And also, commend the coach, giving them the confidence and believing in them, for continuity's sake, for the club, because this is a huge investment for the club, The market has always been difficult for Kaizer Chiefs. I feel sorry for Coach Nabi. Why? Because I've been in that situation as a coach. But when you look at Kaizer Chiefs, as much as Kaizer Chiefs are a work in progress, but they're gonna be a team to beat. In a few months, Coach Nabi just to be given enough time. The team will gel and it will do very well. It's only a matter of time.
Go. The mic will find you going, my leader. Okay. You've got a good voice.
Yeah, Coach Arthur. I don't know whether to say hard luck or went down on the result, because the draw is equal for everyone. But I just wanted to ask about Ron Human. I mean, the boy, 2 assists today, a goal and an assist in the last game, and I think since he took over with Coach Kanu, the boy has been revived. What can you say about just the way he's been playing? Is there anything specific you've tweaked around this game? Because the way he's been linking up, especially with XTN and also with the attackers in this team.
Yeah, look, I think our advantage, myself and Coach Kanu, is us being in the development structures, for quite some time, and trying to understand how these players, especially the young players, do things, and sometimes we become too harsh on them. But you also look at the situation as to, can you be able to take the pressure? And if you can, you be able to take the pressure, then you put him under pressure, you challenge him because you want to get the best out of him. And I think he's one of the players that have shown that, responded, positively. And we needed now to take him to another level, to push him, because he can be, a player that is very, very important, for the club in a very long time. And which is good because it's also the investment of the club. So it's always good for us to see the youngsters doing well for themselves and also carrying the team. And I think this is the season of youngsters, doing very well. So we're also trying to push all the youngsters that we have, Bostole, Msindisi. We want to give them the opportunity, but obviously at this time of the season, you're also, trying to strike a balance in terms of getting the results, grind the results away from home, and it was never going to be easy for us. So we'll take a point, and run, because to be quite honest, first half Kaizer Chiefs could have scored more goals. We're just lucky not to concede. As I said, Afore kept us in the game, and then second half, the game was equally balanced, and we stood a good chance as well. Could have, killed the game. I think if we did not maybe concede the way we conceded, could have been 2-1 and could have gotten the third goal, to kill the game off, but it wasn't to be. So I think a point for us is also fair, for us away from home, and also if you look at the performance of Kaizer Chiefs tonight, I think when you look at the way they exerted themselves, they also deserve a point.
Coach Lorenz here for the Disney Times. You spoke about the season of youngsters, but you've got some good experienced players as well. Someone like Bongani Zunguza, a new signing, I think. First 30 minutes first off, he was really passing the play. Do you think that there's still another level we need to get in terms of maybe his fitness and things like that, and potentially even to the national team, because he's got rare qualities, his physique, the way that he can dictate play, is something that not many South African footballers have at present right now.
Yeah, look, there is no doubt, the quality of Bongani, and obviously bringing him on board, we knew that we were going to be sort of like killing 3-4 birds with one stone. Why? Because we needed him on the field and off the field, guiding the youngsters, and he's doing that very well for us. And like you said, he's got, rare quality, and a lot of youngsters that we are grooming can learn from him, can learn a lot. It's the strategy, and I must say thanks, obviously, we have been all these years. It's always been the strategy. When you look at how Kaizer Chiefs, they've been doing things, ever since I was a player, or even when I came here as a player, they were senior players. So you always need senior players, quality senior players, discipline and focused senior players. That shows dedication and commitment, that will help the youngsters. And that is why now of late you can see teams are producing, a lot of good youngsters. And these youngsters, without guidance of senior players, trust me, they will never get it right. They will just be fluctuating in terms of performance. So we want consistency. It's good for South African football. It's good for the development. It's good also, for the national team, because most of them, they're gonna be doing very well very soon. Some of them you'll see them playing overseas. As I said, it's good for the country. So that's what we've been fighting for, trying to to achieve, and you can see it's achievable, and everyone is responding now positively. So I'm more than happy to have someone like Bongani and many other senior players who are doing well for the team as well.
So Java, if we can get the second coach, Jabulani, and we'll take the last question.
Hey, Coach Kamkhale Mukhale from VFM. Coach, since you took over with Coach Kano, the team up until today's game, are you happy with the progression that you guys have made? And what are some of the shortfalls that you need to fix, more so as we're about to approach the second half of the season, whereby it's getting tricky, teams wanting to shy away from relegation, others wanting to go into the top 8, and others fighting for the title?
Yeah, look, it's quite tricky for the fact that, everyone is fighting for every point that is, available. And there are no small teams now, this time of the season. Everyone is prepared to die with their boots on the field. Obviously, in our case, would be the disadvantage was obviously coming when the season has already started. And as much as Coach Pablo did a lot of good work, in preparing the team, but probably maybe a clash of, playing style, so we needed to deal obviously with the players mentally and psychologically. So we needed to change their mindset first, and now go into a system, that will suit the players, because the system is not about you as a coach, how you want to play as a coach, but the players are the ones that make the system work. So we needed to understand the players, what is their strength and weaknesses, and obviously at the same time is against us. So, but the good thing was seeing players responding positively under circumstances and challenges, and it was never going to be easy. And yeah, we're looking forward, to the second round of the season with the hope that we'll grind results and we do better than how we started.